Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and the football season is finally and officially starting tonight as the La Liga begins, and the wait for the football fans is finally over. After 2 months, club football is back, and it is gonna start today with La Liga and the two games that are gonna be played. I am gonna preview all the games in the La Liga this week, and we're gonna see at the end of the week how many correct predictions that I make. We are gonna play a little game that with every right prediction, with the scores and the team getting the win, I'm gonna get 3 points. But if the score is not right but the team is right, I get two points. But if nothing is right, of course I don't get any points at all. So we are going to see how many points I can accumulate every week in La Liga. So let's get to it. The first game that's gonna be played tonight is Athletic Club versus Getafe. And if you look at the pre-seasons and the transfers that they have made, it looks like it's going to be quite an easy game for Athletic Bilbao at their home. They are at their home as well, and they would want to start the season in a positive way as well. Getafe, to be very honest, I think they have lost in the pre-season as well, and the transfer dealings are not really good. I don't think they are gonna have a really good season, and I think that it's the start is also going to be bad. I am going for a 2-0 home win for Atletico Bilbao. The second game tonight is Real Betis versus Girona, and I think this is going to be quite an interesting game. Girona finished third last season. They were the surprise package. Betis finished 7th last season, which was a bit disappointing for them. And I think as I said in my prediction, I think Girona are gonna have a drop off. The other teams are not gonna they are gonna show them a bit of respect this time around, and they are not gonna be the surprise package. And the way that they have played in preseason, it's not looking really good for Girona, and I think it's not gonna be a good start for the season as well. It's gonna be a close game, but I think Betis will win it in the end 1-0, and they get off to a winning start. Girona, unfortunately, they're gonna start this season with a loss. Moving on to the next couple of games that are going to be played tomorrow. The first one being Celta Vigo and Alaves, and I mean this is quite interesting game to call, because I have Celta Vigo going down as one of the relegating team, and I think Alaves are gonna have another solid season this time around. But they are going away to Celta Vigo, and Celta Vigo, like, they are one of the team that they can bring out a result from anywhere, and they can surprise a lot of teams. And there's a big chance that this can happen because they are at home. It's going to be the first game of the season, and if they want to prove my prediction wrong and not get relegated, they should be able to win this game, and they should start the season with a win. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we are gonna have an away win, and it's gonna be a 2-1 win for Alaves. The second game tomorrow is Las Palmas versus Sevilla, and that one is another tricky one. Las Palmas were sort of another surprise package. They had a great first half of the season, but they had a bit of a drop in the second half. And then Sevilla, of course, they had a disastrous season last year. They tried to be the first half was disastrous. They sort of had a good comeback in the middle, but again in the end it went away as well. So it was not a really good. And then this season as well, I don't think they are going to perform that much better. I have them finishing above each other, so I think it's gonna be a draw, and I'm going for a good game of football. I'm going for a 2-2 draw between these two games. Then we move on to the Saturday games, and we start with Osasuna versus Leganés, and I think this is again a very tricky game to call because Osasuna are one of the teams that are very inconsistent. You cannot possibly predict what they are going to do this week, and like they could defeat Barcelona this week, and then they can go next week and they can lose from Espanyol. That's how inconsistent Osasuna are. There is no really, and they have been like this for the last 2-3 years. So I'm a bit skeptical of what to do with them. They are playing Leganes, who are coming back into La Liga after 4 years. It's going to be their first game back in La Liga, so I think they are going to be very exciting, and this is the only reason, because they are a new club, they are getting promoted and they are away from home, that I am giving Osasuna the win. I think they are going to nick it, having the home advantage. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win again for Osasuna as well. So the next game we are going to talk about is Valencia versus Barcelona. It's sort of a tricky game to call, because you don't really know with Valencia, because on their day they can defeat anybody, but if it's not their day, they can be very poor. They are going to play against Barcelona side that is under new management. It's going to be a new era for Barcelona. Hansi Flick's first game in charge. But they did lose in preseason to Monaco at 3-0, so that could have an effect. But I still think Barcelona are gonna have enough in their tank to get the win and to get to start the season with a win. I think they win this one 2-0. Then the next game is Real Sociedad versus Rayo Vallecano, and I think that's another very easy result for anybody who wants to predict it. I think Sociedad, they are going to win. They finished last season at sixth, but this season I think they are gonna move ahead. I have them finishing at fourth, and I think they are going to start the season with a win. I have Vallecano going down as well, so I think it's very easy for me to predict. And Sociedad are at home as well, so I think it's going to be a 3-1 win for Real Sociedad. The next game is Mallorca versus Real Madrid, and again, I mean, Mallorca are at home. They were very inconsistent last time around. They have a new manager now in Arrasate, but I think it's going to take him a time, and it's hard luck for him that his first game is against Real Madrid. And of course, Real Madrid, they just won the Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup last night, so they are on high, already on a high, and it's going to be their first game of the season. Mbappe, Bellingham, Vinicius, you name it, all of them are going to start there, all of them are going to play, and I think it's going to be an easy win for Real Madrid. I give them a 2-0 win for Real Madrid. The next game is Valladolid versus Espanyol. Both of these teams have come up. It's it's sort of a rematch from the second division. Valladolid were second, and Espanyol came through playoffs. So they should know about each other, but in terms of what they have done since coming on, I think I'm gonna give it an edge to Valladolid. They have made good transfers. Espanyol, they have not really strengthened their squad. They have not added anyone, and I have finished them rock bottom. I think they're gonna go down straight away, and I think Valladolid, with the signings that they have made, I think they are gonna start the season with a win. It's gonna be a close game, but I give them a 1-0 win to Valladolid. And the final game of the season, it's Villarreal versus Atletico Madrid, and I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be an entertaining game because both these teams are fighting. Both of them had disappointing seasons last year, so both of them would want to come back and have a better season and a good start to the season. But I think the away team edges it this time around. Atletico, with their new players, they are going to make sure that they have a good start to the season so that they can go on and challenge Real Madrid for the title. Villarreal, I think they are going to have a good season, but I think this game might not be the one that they start with a win, and I think Atletico win it again with a close game, a 2-1 win for Atletico Madrid. So yeah, that is it. That is my predictions for all the 10 games for game week 1. It's going to be interesting to see how many I get the right, even with the scores. That is going to be one of the main concerns for me. I might get the teams right, the ones that are going to win, but I'm a bit worried about the scores. anyhow, let me know what you guys think about my prediction. You can also play along with me, and we can see who's gonna get the more score. You can write in the comment section below what you guys predict about the score, and we can see at the end every week who it was who got the most points out of everybody, every one of us. You can do it in the comment section below. So that is it. Like the video, share it as well, and click on the notification bell and subscribe to the channel as well, because I'm gonna do this for Premier League, the League One, the Bundesliga, and of course the Serie A. I'm gonna do for every one of them, so we can you can keep on seeing these videos on your newsfeed. So it's good to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.